Hello, guys. This is going to be part two to that tarot reading for March 22 to 28 for this week. Again, it's Wednesday. And the last video, I ended it with Libra in the Libra section. And this is where a lot of us are in this sort of phase where we're kind of looking at this in regards to our partnerships. So look at the figure. They're looking at, like, they're kind of like it looks like they're about to cross the ocean, or not the ocean, but cross the little river. They're not doing it yet, but they're thinking about it. I think a lot of people are reevaluating their partnerships, their relationships, whether it's friends, family, or business relations. I feel like that there is going to be a change in regards to that. Moving on, so we got the Magician card. This is probably a really good placement for it to be in the Scorpio sign. So that means that a lot of us have gone through, like say, like the darkness, right? A lot of us have gone through darkness, dark things, and I'm going to tell you something about the Magician. The Magician is a really powerful card. Comes right after the Fool, and if you look at the Magician, he has this divine connection of infinity on his forehead, on his top of his crown chakra, right? Symbolizing infinity. He has his wand, and he has all this nature and all these tools. Basically, this is a card about utilizing your tools. As a magician would utilize his wand, his athame, the pentagram, and the chalice. All of these are just focusing items for focusing of one's magic. You have to kind of use that with your darkness. You have this darkness. You can't really just purge it and get rid of it. Like, try to get rid of your shadow. Try to get rid of your shadow. My shadow's right there. Actually, no, my shadow's right there. My shadow's actually right there. Try to get rid of your shadow. That's you can't do that. Your shadow or your darkness is quite literally a part of you, and if you just disown it, that's when your shadows become demons. So it's like, why not work with your shadow instead of disowning it? What is your shadow trying to tell you? What message is it trying to tell you? I can guarantee you, the people that, like, oh my God, I don't work with darkness and demons or whatever. I'm like, look, sometimes you have to look at those demons in the face and be like, look, I'm the king here. What are you trying to fucking tell me? Because at the end of the day, shadows give you a lot of information about yourself, about what you need to do. That's what it's all about. It's like figuring out what it is that you have around you and utilize it. This is about shared resources. Um, Guys, use your resources right now. A lot of us are in Delulu land, right? Which honestly, we may need to be in this Delulu land to think that everything is all hunky dory, right? Whereas we got these cards right here in the Aries section, and this is in the Gemini section. Aries, Gemini, you know, in our heads, in our minds, we're thinking everything is all freaking great. That's a good thing and a bad thing. We're kind of in this dance of delusion and illusion, but we kind of need to be in that. We kind of need to be a little bit delusional, but we also need to be real, right? Because when you are able to be a little bit delusional, you can allow yourself to be. You can reprogram your unconsciousness, basically. So there is a little bit of disillusionment that's coming along, but make sure to use the darkness. Make sure to not forget yourself, right? Make sure that you don't let delusions and illusions take over and all that stuff. Just be careful of that. Okay, I that was way too long for that card. Moving on. I swear these cards they can just speak to me. Um, So, for in regards to our beliefs, we have the seven of swords. Seven of swords basically is kind of like thief, burglary, people stealing shit, I would say gossip is also a gossiping sort of card too. But it's really about being careful with people that are going to steal shit from behind your back. That's what happens. Be looking behind your back, people, because this guy, whatever it is, just understand this is in the spiritual though. This is spiritually somebody's being very deceitful, or it could be an organization that's being deceitful, or it could be a religious figure that's being deceitful. So be careful with your beliefs. Be careful with people that are feeding you certain words and beliefs, because what you believe can ultimately affect your reality, right? Be careful with beliefs, people. Be careful with people. Be careful with people trying to poison you. That could also be another form of people stealing shit, stealing your peace, or stealing truth from you. Just be careful with mind games. I would say that mind games is definitely something you want to be careful with. Um, there's definitely have spiritual discernment. This is a reading for definitely have spiritual discernment in the midst of all this illusionary times. Now we got the Temperance card. The Temperance card is all about balance. I also think of the Temperance as the guardian angel. So, like, that's in regards to our careers. So, I remember last reading, like, a lot of us were not really being fulfilled with our careers. This is also indicating that there is an imbalance that's going on with our work. Um, it looks like I think that either our work is being more draining, and thus that drains our energy. So that's really all I got for the Temperance card. Um, so just remember that you have to pour, a company should be able to pour into their employees just as the employees are pouring into the company. But if there is an imbalance, guys, be aware of it and move accordingly. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Now, this one I really want to get into. This is where the sun is in the sign of Aquarius. And I only got like 3 freaking minutes. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so the sun card is inverted in the sign of Aquarius. That is talking about the collective unconsciousness. Now, I'm going to let you guys know that everybody's ego is at a 10 right now. Everybody's ego is at a 10. Everybody's wanting to be a main character. Everybody is wanting to be seen. And not only is everybody wanting to be seen, people are also noticing people, attention, right? I think a lot of people are becoming more talkative, right? But here's the thing, what I've noticed is a lot of people, especially when I'm like are going around and I'm interacting with the world, you got some people that will just cling on to you and they just want to, you know, cling on to you and keep their peepers on you. I would say be careful with that energy, because that's definitely something that's coming along the lines. Be careful with people's ego. Just be careful in general. Again, this is, you know, pride and ego is definitely something that's been coming up in all of the readings that I've been doing. So be aware that the collective, like we're kind of, and this is kind of necessary, where everybody has to have a little bit of an ego right now. But right now, everybody is kind of in main character mode. Let's just say that. And that could be either a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Depending on who you're with, somebody may be very prideful and think, oh, I should be in control of everything. Because again, the sun also represents authority. Now I only got a minute left. Um, so I will say this. I think a lot of people are kind of a little bit afraid right now, in terms of people are having dreams that are very much afraid. So um, I think, yeah, that's really it with this card. Like, there's fear in people's dreams. People are going through whatever nightmare. So just be careful with that, guys. Um, take care of yourself at night. Try to be kind to yourself during the day. Um, anyways, I'll see you guys later. This video is about to be 10 minutes. On to the next one. I'll see ya.